Luke Halpin on fiddle. Hey everybody, my name's Bobby. Welcome to Mile High Church. Thank you so much for spending part of your weekend with us, especially if you're new. Our vision, oneness revealed, a world of love, peace, and abundance for all. Our mission, to serve as a spiritual beacon for personal empowerment and global enlightenment. Before we get started today, we want to give you a look at a few things coming up around Mile High Church for you and your family. Join us this Saturday for Healing Intention Circles with Kay Johnson and Linda Ringel. Small groups will gather in meditation to focus healing intentions for one another. And our Healing Light service is the second Sunday of each month. Come on April 12th for meditation, guided imagery, and gentle music to deepen your spiritual experience. And come early to walk the labyrinth.
Hey everybody, it's time for one of my favorite things, Spring Extravaganza. So when is it?
Saturday, April the 4th on our Community Center Plaza.
Spring Extravaganza is our spring family event. Lots of carnival games set up. When you play the game, you get an egg, and every egg has something special inside. We have crafts, we have popcorn, we'll have the music going. It's a really good time. All right, I want you to go find those small kids in your life and make sure you bring them to the Spring Egg Extravaganza.
For more information about anything you've heard today, stop by the Event Center or connect with us online at milehighchurch.org.
Well, good morning, my church family. Say hello to Summer Osborne.
I felt it coming on so strong, like I'd been sleeping way too long. Screaming out loud, said you better move fast and you better move now. right through the darkest night. Gonna shed those layers and labels and lines that's held me down, that's kept me tight. It's time to sink or swim, and I'm gonna do one better, man. I'm gonna fly. No, you don't have to take what you've been given. All you gotta do is run with the rhythm. Ah, you got the fire. Gather round, bring your colors, bring your sounds, you got the fire. Huh. Oh, my drummers, bring the beats, bring all the dancers to the streets, you got the fire, yeah. Poets, painters, magic makers, storybook writers, and daydream designers. Oh, people start listening, 'cause I've had a vision. People start listening, 'cause I've had a vision. That love, 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 love's gonna rule this world. You got the fire. You got the fire. Oh, 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 you got the fire.
Well, that's an awesome start. Thank you so much, Summer Osborne. Wow. She's from Unity of Denver. We're so grateful to have her with us today, as well as our wonderful music team. So excited. What a glorious day to be together. Welcome to Mile High Church. Thank you for being here today. Whether you're in this very room or you're watching online, we are thrilled to have you with us. Our initiative this year is Healing in Community. And what I've noticed about being in community is that it's a very, very powerful and valuable thing. And to be in community and experience the healing from being in community, one has to partake of the community, right? And engage in the community. And I don't know if you've noticed, but we are such a big community, it's really easy for someone to walk in here and not say a word to another person and walk out, right? It can happen. Well, let's not let that happen. Turn to a friend and say, "Happy spring today." Good job. I invite us today as a community to ensure ourselves that no one leaves community today without being seen and acknowledged. So as you walk through the hallway, remember a number of weeks ago, Reverend Josh had us all telling each other we loved each other? Yeah, that was really cool. People were coming in from coming in for the 10 o'clock services, 8 o'clocks were leaving, and 8 o'clockers were, "I love you," and people were like, "Oh, okay." You can do that if you want, because that's a cool thing. But at the very least, my request is that we say hello, we smile at each other, we acknowledge each other, we see one another, because that is a huge part of being healed, is just being seen. So welcome to community. And we also have a powerful vision and mission here at Mile High Church, and we're going to be seen together in that as we say it aloud. So please join me as we, with energy and life, begin with our vision. Oneness revealed, a world of love, peace, and abundance for all. and our mission to serve as a spiritual beacon for personal empowerment and global enlightenment. What a joy it is to be together in this vision and mission and in this community. We step now into a time of deepening through spiritual practice, so I invite you to take a deep breath to go within. We're going to sing together, we're going to have silence, and Reverend Chris Plim is going to pray us in. Let us begin.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
Divine love, divine presence, divine spirit, divine creator. Knowing that this is the truth, that right now we stand in a holy moment, in a holy sanctuary, with our holies of holies friends all around us. I know that each of us is blessed and part of that one spirit, part of that incarnation. That spirit lives and moves and has its being in each of us. We feel its warm embrace. We feel its love. And so I know that we each have all the attributes of spirit: love, beauty, peace, compassion, joy, abundance, everything that could possibly be needed in this experience as humans that we are having. That we simply know this truth, know who we are, and because we know who we are, it has a ripple effect out into the world. And so all the lives that we touch, all the lives that go beyond that, are touched by our knowledge of who we are, our authenticity in who we are. We are the co-creators with God. And so we have this opportunity to be that, to be the peace, to be the love, to be the joy, to share the abundance. And as we walk in this path, others are drawn to it also. And we know it affects each and every individual in this universe. And standing in this, I am so grateful. Grateful for this time together, for the message, for this spiritual sanctuary that we are in today. Grateful for our lives, grateful for knowing that the world can be and is at peace in this moment. And in claiming these words, I let them go. I know they are active in the mind of spirit, for it is all one mind. And I simply say, and so it is.
I am here. I am whole as I am. I am safe. I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I am free. I'm as perfect as can be. I am here. I am whole as I am. I am here. I am whole as I am. I am safe. I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I am free. I am as perfect as can be. I am here. I am whole as I am. I am here. I am whole as I am. I am safe. I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I'm free. I'm as perfect as can be. I am here. I am whole as I am. I am here. I am whole as I am. Oh, just as I am. I am safe. I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I'm free. I'm as perfect as can be. There is nothing wrong with me. I am here. I am whole as I am. Oh, just as I am. I am here. I am whole as I am. I am here. I am whole as I am.
Our words of inspiration today in support of our message come from the founder of Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes. The divine plan is one of freedom. Bondage is not God ordained. Freedom is the birthright of every living soul. And from the Gospel of John, chapter 8, verse 32, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And again from our founder of Science of Mind, Ernest, shares with us, be yourself and express life as you find it. Never imitate. Trust the self. Find the self in God, and God in the self.
You feel a burning in your chest. You know you're different than the rest. Sometimes it makes it feel like you could cry. When you're looking at the world through the heart that's on your sleeve, rather than your saline eyes. And sometimes it scares you to death. And sometimes it stops you in your tracks. Sometimes it makes it feel like you're pushing for nothing. But then everything gets quiet and the world moves in slow motion. And that little voice inside you whispers, do something. This is your call. You're called to be the one who will inspire. Climb mountains, start a fire that shines brighter than the sun. And you will not waver. You will stand tall. You will be brave. You're gonna be the difference between loving and resistance. So hear me when I say, you are able, you're willing, you're strong, and this is your call. This is your call. You hear the thunder in your voice. You know you have no other choice but to open up your mouth and just let it fly. When you look down at your hands and you know the best laid plans are the ones that push you up from deep inside. And they'll try to make you believe that you cannot question what you see. That you should just lay low. But no one's ever sown a seed without breaking up the ground. And no one's ever made history by settling for status quo. This is your call. You're called to be the one who will inspire. Climb mountains, start a fire that shines brighter than the sun. And you will not waver. You will stand tall. You will be brave. You're gonna be the difference between loving and resistance. So hear me when I say, you are able, you're willing, you're strong, and this is your call. This is your call. So be the love, and love will be the change you want to see. Well, what makes you feel good, take who you want to from, and I will sit with you till there's liberty and justice for all. This is your call. You're called to be the one who will inspire. Climb mountains, start a fire that shines brighter than the sun. And you will not waver. You will stand tall. You will be brave. You're gonna be the difference between loving and resistance. Thank you.
Summer Osborne, thank you so much. Making beautiful music today with Luke and Bijou and Mike and Rob, our band leader, and Laura, our music director. Woo! That kind of music makes you feel like you've been to church, doesn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. How amazing, how wonderful. And I feel so blessed to have her music with us today. We're going to continue to talk a little bit about authenticity today. Well, know a lot about authenticity. That's been kind of a trend in these previous weeks. We heard Reverend Josh give a really great two-part series that included that invitation to be authentic. And then Reverend Jackie last week also gave a beautiful talk about authenticity and included women's history. And even though this wasn't a planned series, and I'm talking about Palm Sunday today, where I went with this message a number of weeks ago was looking at Palm Sunday from that standpoint of deepened authenticity, the spiritual authenticity that we can have and that we can experience. And so I'm calling this writing into our truth, and really looking at the images of Palm Sunday. When I was a kid, I remember going to church and being handed little green palms that we could wave and have for Palm Sunday. I bet many of you experienced that too. And I found this cute story about a little boy who was sick one Sunday morning. He had strep throat, and so he had to stay home from church. It was Palm Sunday, and he was home with the babysitter, and the family came home, and they all had palms in their hand. And he said, "Why do you all have palms?" And so his mom told the story of Palm Sunday and Jesus marching into Jerusalem on a donkey and the people putting palms down. And he said, "Really?" And she said, "So we got palms so we could all hold our palms and wave our palms." And he says, "I can't believe it, the day I don't show up and Jesus comes to church." I know I'd feel that way too, kid, if that happened to me. So today we're talking about that journey that Jesus took and looking at it symbolically, looking at some of the elements of it, looking at that journey into Jerusalem that day. Now, of course, Palm Sunday, as it's traditionally celebrated in our Christian traditions, is the beginning of Holy Week. It's the beginning of the week that leads up to Easter, where there was, throughout the week, there was what we call Holy Thursday or Maundy Thursday, and then Good Friday, the day that honoring and looking at the day that Jesus was crucified, and then on Easter when he rose. But the beginning of the unfoldment of Holy Week is Jesus riding in. He's been out and about doing his ministry near and far, speaking with people, supporting people, and he comes into Jerusalem and he's riding this donkey, and the people have lined the streets according to the Gospels, and they're shouting, "Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna." And he's walking in, or riding that donkey into Jerusalem. And so it's a powerful moment that we see. Now, the interesting thing about this story is that Jesus, I think, and I think a lot of people who've studied the Gospels and studied the story believe he knew what he was getting into. He knew what he was going there for. He may not have known every single little detail. He may not have known exactly how it would unfold, but he was connected to his soul's journey and knew what his assignment was, what his intention was, what was going to unfold in that week. And he did it anyway. He got on the donkey anyway. He rode into Jerusalem anyway. He did all of that anyway. And you might say he gave the biggest sacrifice anyone could give. But today what I want to look at is how he followed his spiritual instincts. He followed his spiritual path, even though it was going to include some discomfort and suffering and a huge transformation. And I admire the courage of that. And we're going to look at that courage. In fact, today I'm inviting us to consider, can we say to ourselves, I choose to follow my path. I choose to follow my spiritual, my life path, my journey fully and completely, and show up for it authentically. And I know and I accept that there's going to be, sometimes it's going to be uncomfortable for myself or other people around me. That it might even include transformations that appear to be death-like. Maybe not my own death necessarily, but the death of old ideas, the death of relationships, the death of comfort zones, the death of things being the way they are. But can I step into it with the same spiritual courage as that great leader did and walk the path anyway? Or do I continue to just hide out and take the safe path? That's the invitation I think Palm Sunday offers us. Do I choose to show up as my spiritual essential self, even when it's risky, and even when others may not understand or approve of me? So how can we begin that process? Well, I think it begins with what I talked about at the early part of our service during the welcoming. Not only the ability to take time to see each other, but in this part of the message, I'm talking about being so committed to our authenticity, not just the authenticity of how we want to live our life, like some of the things that Summer was singing about in her song, to wear what I want to wear, to love who I want to love, to be where I want to be, to do what I want to do. I'm talking today literally about this deepened spiritual authenticity, to be this presence, this light, this shining beacon, to be full out in my life as the glorious being that I am, and to shine that brightly. Do I have the courage to be seen? That's my question. Do I have the courage to be seen? Am I willing to show up in that way? It is interesting when we look back at this story of Palm Sunday. Jesus could have done it very differently. He had a number of times snuck in or out of places where he knew there was trouble. He had snuck in or out of places where he knew someone was coming for him. But this day, he didn't choose to sneak in. He chose to make a big old splash. The government was against him. The government was not sure. They approved of his ministry, and they didn't like the notion of the people worshiping him so much. The government was upset because they thought that he was saying he was the king. They misunderstood his message. And still, he makes this big splash and just shows up anyway, smiling and just being him, walking his authentic path. Palm Sunday invites us to consider, well, what would it be like to ride into your life fully seen, fully authentic, carrying your spiritual truth with humility and confidence? It can be a challenge. I think I've shared a number of times that as I was growing up, I got the message pretty clearly from things that happened to me and from the society and the culture that I was in, that it wasn't safe to be my authentic self. And so I got really good at hiding who I really was. I got really good at hiding what I really thought, what I really felt. I even got good at times at hiding my own light and my brilliance. I got good at hiding my gifts and talents. I got good at hiding the shine that wanted to shine out of me at times because I felt like I had to tone it all down. And what happened is I felt at some point like there was this cardboard thing in front of me, this cardboard Michelle. I don't know if some of you have seen it over in the community center. We have a cardboard Ernest Holmes over there, the founder of our teaching. And they sent us an extra one, so I have one in my office. It's kind of over in the corner of my office, and so when people walk in, I love them going, ah, ah. It's just cardboard Ernie, that's okay. But I felt like there was this cardboard Michelle there for the longest time. And I had faith in her and trust in her that she could represent me to the world. But here's what I found after a while of observing cardboard Michelle, that real Michelle couldn't ever feel seen or loved by anybody. because it was people falling in love with the false image, not the real thing. And what it took for me was to bridge that gap and to let go of cardboard Michelle and be willing to show up. I was involved in a community in Arizona as a minister where showing up and being authentic and vulnerable and wanting people to really shine their light no matter what was a huge value, just as it is here at Mile High Church. And I learned that I could show up even with my foibles, even with my mistakes, even in times when I didn't do it perfectly. And oh my God, people still loved me and even liked me and could hold me accountable, but still walk with me on the journey. And that was so profoundly touching. And then I could see that I could show up even more and shine and be who I was and be seen and have the courage to do that. I want that for every human being on this planet. And what I know has to happen for it to happen, we might mistakenly think, well, if people would just love and accept me, then I could. No, that's not how it works. You have to go first. You have to be willing to ride that path and set aside any notions of fakeness or putting up an image. We all have to be willing to choose our authentic self first. That deep spiritual truth of us, we have to choose to shine. We have to choose to speak our hearts. We have to choose to step up. And I know that you and I have been hurt for doing that. I know that we have been rejected or not accepted. But those people who did that did not get to truly see you. And what I know about each one of us is, like in West Side Story, there's a place for us. I could sing it, but I won't sing this morning. There's a place for us. There really is for each one of us to show up and be our authentic self. But we have to choose it. So here's some of the symbolism from the story that could possibly inspire us if we want to use the story today of this Palm Sunday moment we're in. First of all, the symbolism of Jerusalem. It's an important place that is referred to over and over again. Jerusalem's not just a town, it's an idea, it's a concept. A Jerusalem is about the consciousness of peace. And in that exploration of the symbolism, what we're suggesting here is that to return to that authentic spiritual self is where we have the most peace. Dr. Wayne Dyer used to say to us when he was speaking, don't die with your music still in you. That was one of the things he would say over and over and over again to us. And what the city of Jerusalem and its consciousness of peace is inviting us into is an awakening to the reality that if we get to the end of our life, the thing we will regret the most if we look back, I wasn't really who I wanted to be. I didn't show up. I hid out in safety and I hid myself from people, and I didn't do the things or say the things or live the life I really wanted to live because I had all these stories about why I couldn't or why they wouldn't or blah, blah, blah. Don't die with your music left in you. This suggests that the most peaceful place, though it may have turbulence, if people are challenged, the most peaceful, authentically peaceful place is our truest self. In our teaching, we know that to be the God self, the God light that lives within us, that when we live from that place, we are the peace that God is. We express the peace that God is. We extend that peace to everyone else, and we become a living example. So we return to Jerusalem. We have to talk about the donkey, don't we? We have to. We just have to. The donkey. There's a donkey in the story. Yeah, really, Reverend David. There is a Dr. David. There is a donkey in the story. In ancient times, it's interesting to know that riding a donkey was a sign of humility. I loved in the show The Chosen, if any of you have watched that series, the people, his disciples in that, and I do not know that it was totally biblically based, but they wanted him to ride in on a big old stallion. They wanted him to ride in on a power animal. And he's like, nope, I want a donkey. I want a donkey. Because he knew, see, when we're talking about being the authentic self, here's the difference. The humble version of that is presenting myself in my relationships, in my life, calmly, clearly. This is who I am. This is what I feel. This is what I think. This is how I choose to live my life. Versus, this is who I am, get over it, kind of thing, right? You need to accept me for who I am. No. Nobody needs to accept you for who you are. Hey, that's nice, but that's icing on the cake. Not required. No, not required by anyone. Not even your mom. No. I know we think it is, but it's not. It's just not the truth. The only acceptance required of who you are, your authentic self, is here. Only acceptance required, demanded, must happen. Everyone else's acceptance, icing on the cake. It's extra. And we find the people who can accept us. If it's not our family of origin, it might be our family of choice. We make choices, but we're humble about it. We don't need to ride in and make sure everyone accepts us. They have to. It's wrong that they can't accept me for who I am. Well, you can believe that all you want, but people are people. And some people can't accept other people. Be nice if we could, but it doesn't happen. So part of that humility is accepting ourselves, our ordinary lives, our choices, our body, our families, and to be a living example of accepting anybody else anytime we have the chance to be an accepting person. See, our authentic self doesn't need grandiosity, it needs groundedness. It needs us to be grounded in the truth of who we are. The palms that were waved and laid down for Jesus, people thought they were symbols to honor him. Metaphysically, palms represent the moments in our life that affirm us when we are who we want to be authentically. The moments where someone thanks us for being who we are. The moments when we show up with our gifts and talents or our particular viewpoint or our spiritual take on things or our presence and people feel a difference and it's acknowledged. Those are the ways that the palms show up and acknowledge us. And then when our soul just relaxes into beingness, because the truest way that we seek to exist is as our authentic self. When our intuition shines, because when we are in that authentic place of being who we are intuitive beings. And when we follow our intuition, and we were right to follow our intuition, those are palm moments, moments where we see the synchronicity of life showing itself to us. And the crowd, we must talk about the crowd. Now, when I talk about the crowd, I'm talking about the crowd that was outside. That is symbolic, of course. Interesting to note, the beginning of the week, Palm Sunday, the crowd loves Jesus, right? What about the end of the week? They've turned against him. I have to be honest, I cannot tell every person in this room, the minute you choose to be your authentic self, you will be loved and accepted by all people. That would be telling a lie. So the crowd is there, but there's also a crowd inside of you. The crowd in you that tells you the stories about why you can't do what you want to do, be who you want to be, love who you want to love, step out into the ways you want to step out. That crowd is there too, and we need to listen to the crowd within us and hear it, and yet we ultimately get to decide if we're going to follow it. That crowd is the ego voices, the fears, our old beliefs, our sense of societal expectations, which sometimes are true or not true. They're all crowd voices that we let influence us and sometimes keep us tamped down, quiet, hidden, unexpressed, not being who we really want to be. Living authentically means that you cannot rely on the crowd, the inner crowd, or the exterior crowd. It means we have to rely on a deeper sense of ourselves, walk forward anyway. The world's opinions are not our compass, but Spirit, God, that presence in us, becomes our true north, and we follow it. And then lastly, the crowd was shouting Hosanna at him. Now, a lot of people think the inner cry of the soul, Hosanna, is about praising, but Hosanna really means save us, help us. And so in our teaching then, if we were to hear that sound, Hosanna, here on Palm Sunday, around us right now, it might be that voice, that deepened voice that says, save me from pretending. Save me from my smaller story. Save me from believing I'm anything less than a unique expression of God. And that we can say to ourselves, get our Hosanna on today. I'm going to save myself. I'm going to step into my authentic self, my true self, and let it come forward. Now, this week for Jesus, of course, as I've mentioned, was filled with other experiences too, painful ones, betrayal, people not liking him, letting go, surrendering. It was also a huge transformation. And transformation does come. It's not always comfortable, but it does happen. And I've always, since I've experienced that awakening to that false self, always wanted to be a living example of being my authentic self. And I have a moment right now that I want to share with you that I want to be my authentic self. And it's going to mean a change for us as a community. I know that I am blessed with my mother's genes that make me look a little younger than I am. And I know that I am very immature and childlike at times. I like that about me, though, but I have been now in my 60s contemplating retirement, and I am not retiring. I'm not here today to tell you that I'm retiring. That's going to come down the road a piece. But I am thinking about these years after now serving, working for a church for 41 years and in ministry for 35 years. And 7 years ago, I was honored to become the lead minister along with Reverend Josh and serve in that way. And I'm proud of those years, and it's been quite a journey, things we never expected to happen. And I've been contemplating my authentic journey. And I want to stay here at Mile High, and I want to stay in ministry, but I feel like a change is afoot around my level of responsibility. And so Josh and I have been talking, and at the end of our fiscal year, which will be July 1st, I'm going to step back into being your senior associate minister, as I was in serving Dr. Roger for a number of years before he retired. I feel like that is going to give me a level of work-life balance that's more in alignment with who I want to be and how I want to be living my life. I feel like it's going to serve Josh and me in this ministry, in that there are many things about co-lead ministry that work well and that we have done well, mostly because we love and respect each other. And yet there are things about it that are really difficult. And there are times that I am concerned that our church may not be growing because we might need one leader to lead us. And Josh is much younger and much more energized, and we love him, and I support him, and I think it's time for us to have one lead minister to cast the vision and to take us to the next level in our community. And so it feels like a fit for me, for him, and for all of us. And it allows me to stay here and continue speaking and teaching, doing everything I'm doing now. In fact, you may not really see much difference than you see now, because I will still be here. And it allows me to still be here and mentor him, mentor him and support him in any way that he will allow me to. and allows me to continue to be in support. So it's a powerful time. It's a time of change, and I'm happy about it and joyful about it, and I admit there's parts of me that are sad about it at the same time. And so I welcome your support, and I wanted to share that today because it was time and because it feels like a part of my authentic journey. And I want to inspire anyone who's listening to step into their authentic journey, whatever that looks like. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have some questions to invite you to consider this week as you walk through your journey. You may want to consider them all, or if maybe one of them shouts out to you, you might want to use that. Where am I being called to be more authentic? Are there relationships or situations? What truth have I been hiding or softening? What truth have I been hiding or softening? Where do I need to stop asking permission to be myself? What crowds in my mind do I need to stop listening to? Where is my inner voice shouting, Hosanna, save me from this old pattern? Please consider these as we step into this Holy Week together. May this be a Palm Sunday and a ride of your life. And let us pray. I invite our practitioner prayer partners to join me now by standing and remind us all that our practitioners are available at the end of the service down front. Please come forward and allow them to support you in prayer. And we stand together in this holy sacred moment, recognizing and honoring the invitation that life is extending to each one of us. This infinite power and presence that is the creative force that has brought all of this universe, this world, and each of our lives into being. We have been created and been brought forth to be the light and to do and be great things in our life. We have been brought forth to shine. We have been brought forth to be the authentic presence that the Creator created us to be. I see and accept this and claim this for each one of us now as I affirm that we go forth from this place hearing and heeding that call to that great recognition of the truth of us. I accept and affirm that life unfolds beautifully, powerfully, and magnificently in each of our journeys this week, allowing us to see the invitation being extended, the call being extended to us, to shine, to stand up, to be, to express, to live in alignment with the wholeness and the peace, and the joy and the abundance and the life that we are meant to live. I'm so grateful for this invitation for all of us, and for the ways that we heed it and accept it and choose to be that deepened, authentic self this day. So grateful for, as each one of us does this, we make way for more beings to shine their light. We make way for more healing and wholeness and peace and love to burst forth on this planet. We are way showers. I know this, I accept this, and I affirm this. As I surrender this prayer into that law, I let it be and let it go, accepting and affirming that as it has been spoken, it is done. And we let it go, and so it is. Amen.
So be the love, and love will be the change you want to see. Where would it makes you feel good? Take who you want to prom. I will sit with you till there's liberty and justice for all. This is your call. You're called to be the one who will inspire, climb mountains tall to find you that shines brighter than the sun. and you will not waver. You will stand tall, you will be brave. You're gonna be the difference between loving and resistance. So hear me when I say, you are able, you're willing, you're strong. You are able, you're willing, you're strong. You are able, you're willing, you're strong. And this is your call. Yes. Listen to me, child, this is your call. Yes. This is your call. 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 This is your call.
Ah, beautiful. As I mentioned at the beginning of our service, our initiative this year is Healing in Community, and one thing that we've always been very happy and proud to be a part of the healing journey for is those in recovery. And we have a workshop today we want you to know about. So before we circulate tithes and offerings, I want to invite Mr. Jim Weiss to come forward. He is leading this initiative. He is a longtime member of our community, a former board member, and an expert in recovery, and we are so thrilled that he is leading this effort. Please welcome Mr. Jim Weiss.
Thank you, Dr. Michelle. Before I get started, can I borrow some of those youthful jeans of yours,
Yes,
please?
you can, of course.
I could use a bunch.
Yeah, of course.
So Michelle talked as part of her conversation about a donkey. I'm going to talk about a different animal. It's an elephant. And for many people, it lives in the middle of our lives. It's the elephant that in the middle of the room that we deny, we don't want to see, we step over it, we step around it, we step past the droppings. And that elephant is addiction. And I know for a lot of people that's a scary word, but it's a reality. So I'd like you to take a look around. We've got 500 beautiful souls in this room today. Take a look around. You may not know it by identification. There's people in this room right now that are struggling with addiction. Love them. Take another look around. There's a lot of family members and friends, neighbors, coworkers that are also in pain because their loved ones are struggling with addiction. And all of those people are living in the darkness. The addict, the loved one, they're living in the darkness of fear and shame and self-deprecation and hopelessness and despair. So we're going to do a workshop today, and we're going to talk a little bit about that so people can understand it. But we're also going to talk about moving from the darkness into the light. And that's the healing. Addiction is the disease of isolation. Recovery is community. And it's so vital. So I'm just going to invite everybody here that is interested, that can be impacted. We're going to talk a little bit. I'm going to have some beautiful, brave souls who are going to share their experiences walking through on both sides of addiction and family. And hopefully we're going to laugh a little bit, we're going to cry a little bit, and we're going to learn a lot. And we're going to connect to what Michelle was talking about. We're going to get back to our authentic selves. So join me 11:30 across the way in the community center. And as a bribe, there are cookies.
Ah.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. He's captured the cookie addicts for sure, right? So because you give so generously to our community, this is one of the things that we can do. We can support people in their healing journey through addiction. So we thank you for the ways that you continue to lift up Mile High Church with your financial gifts and help us to bring things that can truly make a difference in people's lives. And so we are going to now give through our ushers are going to pass baskets. We also have our text to give. We have our online giving. Whatever it is that you choose to do today, please join us now as we affirm the truth about our abundance. So say with me, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is.
You know, when we were born into this life, we weren't given an instruction manual on how to navigate it, right? So we come into a world with no experience, no knowledge of it. We take this world on faith. And we learn how to be human from the people and things around us, creating a foundation on how we see ourselves and our place in this world. So now, through no fault of our own really, we have an entire planet of generations of people who view their model of the world through a set of core beliefs that are faulty. So stepping into our authentic selves requires us to unbecome some things. Time to unlearn some things, unlearn that the measure of love is lost. That anything or anyone else can measure your value or your worth. Or unlearn shame, unlearn blame. Because the truth is, when you were born with the potential of the entire spectrum. Even as you sit here now, you hold the potential of the entire spectrum, but someone a long, long time ago told you otherwise. And you believed them. It's time to unlearn the limitations that we are so conditioned to believe. And don't forget to be kind to yourself. Forget what they told you. Forget what they said. Forget all the lies and the stories that you make up in your head. 'Cause it ain't a question of things working out. Everything will unfold as it does without a doubt. But here you've survived your life up to this point. Every obstacle and disappointment. So don't try to pretend that this is the end. You are so much more than you give yourself credit for. So take it easy, baby. It's okay. Everything's a cycle, and this too shall pass away. So do what you can for the moment, but you're worrying hell. And don't forget to be kind to yourself. Oh, don't forget to be kind to yourself. Maybe you're tired, maybe you're lost, maybe you worry about the future or the past for what it cost. But did you know you have all that you need? Every tool required to set yourself free. If you want it, go get it, the time is now. You only take what you allow, so don't try to pretend that this is the end. You are so much more than you give yourself credit for. So take it easy, baby. It's okay. Everything's a cycle, and this too shall pass away. So do what you can for the moment, but you're worrying on hell. Don't forget to be kind to yourself. Whoa, don't forget to be kind to yourself. You're pushing too hard against the storm. But if there were a drought, you'd be praying for rain. Baby, don't you know that is what your feet are for? Stand still until the storm passes by. Or dig a new well when the water runs dry. Balance
that is what you're aiming for. So take it easy, baby. It's okay. Everything's a cycle, and this too shall pass away. So do what you can for the moment. Don't worry and help. Don't forget to be kind to yourself. Oh, don't forget to be kind to yourself. Forget to be kind to yourself.
Oh my goodness. Summer, thank goodness you listened to your call. Thank you for sharing with us today. Wow. And Dr. Michelle, that message and showing us what it's like to be authentic. Thank you for showing up today.
Thank you very much, Rama.
Hey, speaking of showing up, if it's your first day today, or maybe you've been here for the first time this last month or so, at the end of the month, we just like to say hi to you. Our ushers have these beautiful affirmation cards that we'd love to send you home with. So if you're willing to just put your hand up in the air, the ushers will hand one over to you, and we'll send you home with something to care for and love with.
Just wave. Yay, there's some hands.
There are some hands out there. Fantastic. Hey, if you're online watching, we have a really robust online community, you all. If you don't ever see it online, we've got hundreds of people each week that are watching. If you're online, why don't you go ahead and put in the chat that it's your first time too, and we'd love to say hi to you in the chat too. So another really fun thing for me is that I have the honor this next month of April of our midweek renewal series. So every Wednesday of the month of April, thank you, Laura, I get to share about springboards of life. We're going to look at this time of the world when we're in springtime and aspirations and inspirations for living our lives more authentically, more full, and more rich. So come join me 6:30 on Wednesdays. Looking forward to seeing you there. It's going to be a great time. I think I'm going to weave in a little bit about Passover this Wednesday since the first night is indeed Wednesday.
Okay,
Looking forward to
great,
that. What else
good,
do we have
yeah,
going on,
good.
Michelle?
Wonderful, that'll be great. And we have other things going on this week because of Easter celebrations. So Friday night, we do have a Good Friday service right here in this room. It's a very interesting experience. You can come from 3 to 6 and walk the labyrinth, indoor labyrinth or outdoor labyrinth, and you can join us in this room for meditation at 5, and the service starts at 6. Now you might think, why would I want to go to a Good Friday service? It's a very sacred, holy experience through the lens of new thought. Many people leave it saying, wow, that's an amazing experience. So we encourage you to think out of the box and come join us for Good Friday, Friday night. And then, of course, Sunday is Easter, when the big bunny, Reverend Josh Reeves, will be here himself to lead us in a beautiful message. I can see clearly now. We also have our choir, Laura Berman, our band, and Hazel Miller will be here. So please be here for Easter next week. And now, if you'll stand, we'll do a benediction and sing the peace song. Please say along with me, something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is all that I am. I am my authentic self. Thank you, life. And so it is.
sleeping way too long. There's a voice in my head screaming out loud, said you better move fast and you better move now. Drop that baggage, leave it behind, 'cause the old stuff ain't gonna work this time. No, you don't have to take what you've been given. All you gotta do is run with the rhythm. Ah, you got fire. You got the fire. You got the fire. Oh, 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 yeah. You got the fire. Hey, you got the fire. You got the fire. You got the fire. You got You got the fire.